Stroke. I'm so glad you all are here, and I'm your host, Jerry Walt, and also a stroke survivor. And for those of you that are new, I started doing this show to bring awareness to stroke, TBI, aphasia, brain injury. Um, so I also wanted to provide a platform for all survivors to share their stories from all across the world, and also bringing on experts in brain health to share their knowledge um, with all of us. So anyway, this morning, my guest is Kiersten, and I want you to really welcome her and listen. And if you have any questions, please ask. But Kiersten is on a mission to empower people with aphasia, Parkinson's, and survivors of stroke and brain injury, and to put in practice the skills they've learned and tools that they've received in therapy, and to build on their communication skills with people in their world and improve the qualities of their life. So please ask questions again, like I said, and make comments. And also, if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, Let's Talk Stroke, please do. So why don't we go ahead and get the show started. Taking a chance. Whoops. All righty. Nice to see you, Chandra, Nancy, and Salute. Also good to see you guys. So let's go ahead and bring on Kiersten. Good morning.
Good morning.
All righty. So did you get to your page? Probably not quick, the streaming on your page?
Yes, I posted it there, so it should be, I think, operational.
Yeah.
So I can check my phone.
Yeah, we should absolutely probably see some comments from your group. And but anyway, yeah, this is great to see you. And Mike Peters, good to see you too. Oh, do you see it?
I think so.
Oh, good. Ray, nice to see you. Let me take down my my thingamajiggy here, so then you can what's it called here? Look at this. There, my logo. So there you are, Ray. So you probably know a lot of these people that out here in the world. Not sure.
Yeah, some of these names look familiar. For sure. Ray just joined my Facebook group and posted a practice video. I was very impressed, Ray. That was so fast.
Wow, that's great. Good to see that. I love that. Everybody getting involved. Wow. So let's just go ahead and start with who is Kiersten? You know, what are you all about?
Oh boy. How long do we have? No, who am I? You mean like a little personally, or a little how this got started, or what would you?
Before you got your master's in music or something like that, and you always had a passion with music, because we talked about that. But yeah, let's just start from there. Went to school and how your company got started.
Okay, cool. Well, so yeah, like Jerry said, I started with, you're welcome, Ray, with music. I went to school actually for singing, classical singing, and I have a master's degree in voice performance and pedagogy. And I started teaching. I was teaching little kids all the way through adults in groups and choirs and musicals and singing lessons and all that. But a lot of the people that I was in my master's program with, they did go on to become speech language pathologists. And I just kept, I was performing and teaching. But one day, someone came to me who had a traumatic brain injury from a car accident, and he wanted singing lessons. The situation was, though, I didn't know that he had a brain injury. I had never encountered anyone with a brain injury. And it was terrifying because he couldn't follow, what I was asking him to do. He just couldn't do it. And it was scary. I didn't know what to do. And I thought, there's got to be a way that I can help this guy and that I can change what I'm doing to make it so he can do what he wants to do. So it was.
I'm sorry. Did he have aphasia?
He did not have aphasia. He just had a lot of cognitive challenges from his brain injury. Yeah, and so I started adjusting and adapting things for him, and it was so much fun, and it was so rewarding to see how well it went for him. That is how this ball got rolling.
Right.
And yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's pretty cool. And this is the website.
Yeah, that's our website. I was just telling Jerry, we just redid it because the other one was outdated, and we've grown a lot, changed a lot, and then the other one crashed, actually. So I had to do something. So I created a new website, and I am proud of it. I hope it's clear, what the mission is. And talking to Jerry today, hopefully it is clear. And
it is very clear. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And when I was on that, holy smokes! I mean, you have the bio, the team that you work with, but you're the founder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and we have a music therapist who is retired who works with us, and I have someone who just graduated from college with a singing degree and also an anthropology.
Wow.
Who works with us. Yeah. And then we are forming right now an advisory board, which is new, and it has it will have at least 3 speech language pathologists on it that I regularly talk with about what's going on in class and what we could do to help make things better.
Right.
Yeah. And also a cognitive specialist, someone who is a professor of rehabilitative medicine. She's also going to be on that. So I have to add those to the website. That's my next task.
Yeah, good for you. So it is really, please, say hello. And we know, Mike, you can't sing. He always gives me a hard time all the time, but David, nice to see you.
Mike? Are you sure, Mike? Can you hum? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No,
Jerry.
do your thing, because that's true. Good point.
Yeah, humming or la la la, anything like that, along with a song, especially in rhythm. It's so that piece about doing it along in rhythm with someone else's beat really does something good to help the neural connection form. So I bet you can hum, Mike. Is that true? Now you have to comment and tell us.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
David, nice to see you. And Salute.
Salute used it.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Very good.
So important. Singing is so good with there we go.
Hi, Brooke. Oh my gosh, Brooke, you are my hero. I know you know that. Brooke's such a strong leader in this community.
A rock star.
Yeah, she is. I'm very, very lucky to know her. Just a good example.
Very true. Very true. So you work with all types of aphasia and
Haha. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Yeah, but you work with all types of aphasia. I mean, some people that can't say a word.
Mm-hmm. Yes. In fact, I'm very excited because just in the last month, I've been forming a little group, and it's a special class. It's a little bit shorter, and it's actually just for people who don't have any words they can say. Because what was happening is in my classes where there were a lot of people with aphasia, they started talking more. And now everybody wants a chance to talk, which is awesome.
Right.
And what was happening is the people who don't have words were starting to get upset and frustrated because they couldn't join in. So now they have their own class that we're building, and we are adjusting for them so that they can engage in the way they're able and be heard. So I'm excited about it.
And this is the page that everybody should go to, that page, and that's where Ray. Is it Ray? I think I saw Ray saying he joined your Facebook page or group there.
Yeah, actually, so there's a Facebook page, for the business,
Right.
Beyond High C, and then we have a brand new Facebook group, and that is what I was talking about with Ray. He just came in there, and that Facebook group I'm really excited about because, someone said, you need to do a new Facebook group, and I thought there are so many Facebook groups, and what can I contribute?
Right.
But then I started thinking video. These days, more and more people are familiar with making videos and are a little more comfortable on camera, hopefully.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And they need a chance to practice. And not only like practicing on your couch at home, but practicing, do that, and then put it out for your friends to get a chance to hear your words come out.
Right.
And that does a whole lot of good. My speech therapist friends tell me that kind of the extra pressure, knowing that somebody's going to hear you, somebody's going to need to try to understand what you're saying, does something to make that connection happen. And so that group, that new Facebook group, is all about posting your practice.
Yeah.
Practice a sentence, practice a word, practice saying something, and then put it there for us to see and respond to and cheer you on. Right.
Mike is asking a question. Was that, I thought I saw something earlier, Mike? Yes, I can. Yes, I can allegedly sing. What's your favorite part?
Oh, I can. And yes, I can. And allegedly sing. My favorite part of what, I wonder? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure. And this is the group. I right here.
Oh yeah, that's the group. That's the group right there.
Wow, that's great. I did, when I was on there the other day, I did see, I think was it yesterday that Ray, did you post that?
Yeah, he did. He just did it yesterday.
Yeah, and it looks like everybody's posting that. I mean, it's just really what that really is the posting of them singing or talking or saying something.
Yes, and I can already see a benefit. I'm really excited about that. Because, you just, the more opportunities you have to practice, and very importantly, to be heard, to know that somebody's listening to you.
Wow.
The better your improvement is going to be.
Sure. And go through these here. I get a lot of requests, but I sing anyway.
You mean a lot of requests to stop, Gary? To stop singing?
Oh, that's funny. And Mike, I see it here. What it said here. Sometimes I can just bring it up on here. So.
Oh yeah, he had said that he would. He had a guy with aphasia ride in the car with him. He couldn't hardly speak, but he could sing. He could sing along with the CDs in the car.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so
cool. You find that quite a bit when we really can't speak fluently, but singing comes a lot easier.
For a certain amount of people, that's
right.
True. And that's the other cool thing, is that we don't do music therapy. I'm not a music therapist, but the idea of that being able to sing something and
right.
then try to say it with that rhythm, with that pitch going up and down, is
right.
Sort of a universal thing.
Yeah.
And Chandra, is that how you say Chandra? Music helps me with stress. Yes. Very stress relieving. And it really brings together people together too. So relieves stress, and it helps connect you to people if you're all trying to sing something together.
Right. So do you often, I think we talked about this morning, I think, you engage with a lot of speech pathologists.
Mm-hmm. I do. I do, because they have expertise that I don't have.
Right.
And it's kind of exciting because they tell me all the time, where I'm coming from is a different perspective than them.
Right. Sure.
And so we have good conversations about new things to try. I mean, why not? There's no harm in trying different things to keep improving, especially if you've been told you plateaued or this is about as good as you're going to be. You need new strategies, new things to try, and that's discouraging. We are not about that. There's always, and the speech therapists that I talk to are all of the belief that you can always keep improving, that your recovery can continue.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So true. Rewiring those pathways, rewiring the brain. So yeah, I appreciate you guys making comments. Let's see, was it Brooke? What did you say
I
there?
will talk to Maddie when my family's not home.
Your dog, yeah.
Oh, I love that dog. Oh, Maddie. If you don't know Maddie the Boxer, everybody knows. You have to. She's a celebrity.
Oh, she is, exactly.
Not home. Yes. See, so what Brooke is mentioning, I hope I'm not cutting you off, Jerry.
No, this is what it's about. Just getting everybody involved, and because I always say, ask questions, but because you're here and this is what your profession is, so ask questions, get something out of this.
Yeah. So Brooke is bringing up a smart point that is true for so many people, which is basically she just has Maddie the Boxer to talk to when her family is out.
Right.
She's home with Maddie. So yes, talking to the dogs, awesome. But it's so helpful to be able to have to communicate with Mike said you talk too much anyway, Jerry.
I told him he always gives me a hard time. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah. There's one in every crowd, Mike.
Yeah.
There's one in every crowd.
Yeah.
But to be able to share your ideas and your words with another human being who can respond to you and give you feedback. That's important. And especially, the extra pressure that puts on you and your words to be clear enough and articulate yourself so that that person can understand you is a really good exercise that hopefully we can help that. So many times people say that, they were in speech therapy. It usually wasn't long enough, before they get sent out. And then what? Then all the progress that you made and the tools that you have, you've got to keep the ball rolling and keep it flowing. And that can be tricky to do when you're at home with your boxer, Yeah.
Exactly. And then your spouse, you get so many visits, and if you don't go back to outpatient speech therapy, that's a big thing, because my spouse wouldn't know any way to teach me how to gain further progress. And so I'm so glad you made this available for Parkinson's, stroke survivors. It's so good that this is available.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm very excited, very, very excited about it. And it's been something that's evolved over time, and getting a chance to work with people and get to know them and what they need. People like Brooke will tell me, well, this was good. I didn't really like this as much. Maybe if we did this, it would help. Yeah. And that's where I get the ideas to adjust and improve what we do. And yeah. So we went from a group class, which is what we do. We have a group class that's got some music in it and some exercises, but it's got lots of conversation times. Oh, good, Mike. That's good. Mike says he feels my passion. Good.
Good, Mike. You said something nice.
Good. Oh, you got a point from Jerry for that, Mike.
That's right. do you have, because what you're saying, do you get some people that come in and they think, like in the beginning with me, that I never, I said, I don't have any issues talking. Do you get people that come in and say, I'm fine, I really probably don't need it, I've never plateaued, or because I've been told I plateaued.
Yeah, I do hear. I don't talk to too many people who say that they don't have issues with their speech. A lot,
Right.
just so many people, whatever level they're on,
Sure.
they just want to keep improving.
Yeah.
Whatever level, they want the next one. And
Right.
I love working with people with that attitude.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, and those people with that attitude, guess what? They make improvements. They
Yeah.
get better. And but the plateau thing, yes, a lot of people have said that, yeah, they've been told they plateaued, or that what they were experiencing in therapy just,
Right.
I was just going to say something to that effect, Stephen. Plateau, the dirtiest word in recovery.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a word I don't even really like to say.
I know.
But
Bad word.
bad word. But yeah, and the other cool thing is that people who will come and be in class, oftentimes they'll go back into therapy, into speech therapy. And
Right.
what's cool is that we can work together, where the
Right.
therapist, you get your personal things, how to pronounce things, or whatever specific things you're working on. Then
Right.
you come into class and you practice that, because what good is the theory if you can't? And it's the practicing and the continually trying to communicate to people that build your confidence,
Yes.
so that when you go and talk to a stranger, you're bold enough to open your mouth and try to use your words.
Right.
That is a huge problem I have found, is that people are terrified.
Exactly.
Even people that are on Brooke's level, for example, that really can convey their ideas pretty well,
Right.
they tell me they're scared. They're
Yeah.
even scared in class where they know everyone.
Sure.
So I would imagine out at Walmart, or in the park or wherever, they might encounter someone and they could make a connection and have real communication. It's very scary.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a mission to take that scariness away, if I
Yeah.
can.
Yeah. I found that. I wonder if a lot of other people here that, or you've heard that when people, they're around other people that they don't know each other, and you're starting to speak, and they look at you, think like, oh, what is he saying? Is he drunk, or
Yeah.
something? That I see that from a lot of people. And I see that, Mike. What a comment. I'm still learning how to speak properly. Been trying for 71 years.
That's a minute. That's a little while.
Yes, yes. Well, thank you, Paul. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because Mike, I don't know if you know Mike Peters.
Talking in cursive.
That's
No,
right. That's what. Yeah.
No, I don't have a lot of experience with Mike Peters, but I'm getting the gist, Mike. That's for sure.
Yeah, he's out in South Wales, United Kingdom.
I love it. I talked to someone in Wales recently about coming into my class. That was pretty cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Very
great.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
very
amazing.
very international. I really love it.
Yeah,
And I think,
it's
oh,
great.
sorry.
No, go ahead. I know.
Sorry.
Like Mike said, I talk so much, so I'll just you keep doing your thing here. Love it.
Well, if he hangs out with me a little bit, I'll probably be on that talk too much list of his too. So, but in the classes that we have, I think every class has at least 3 time zones, probably more, 4 or 5. I think some of them have 6 time zones, actually. I didn't know there was an Atlantic time.
Yeah,
That there is.
So many. Yeah.
Of course, Mike.
Exactly. Thank you, Paul.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and not to promote my class, but Mike just said, "Will you have me in your class?" And from the beginning, and it's really important, there's a registration fee for class, but I try to keep it very low, and anybody can come and just try it for free and just see what they think, and
Right.
without any pressure.
Yeah.
Paul said, please promote. Okay.
I agree, 100%. You just promote your class, and they can find you.
I agree. I agree,
Exactly.
Paul. Paul says we need all the help we could get. Yes.
Absolutely.
I mean, oh, Chandra has a question, Jerry.
Oh yeah, please do, Chandra. Please ask the question. I hope I didn't forget or miss the question if you already said it, Chandra. But please ask away here. That's what it's all about. Yes, absolutely promote your class. That's true. Exactly. Okay. Chandra, remember to breathe and relax. You're doing great when you come on her Facebook Live. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Good job. Salute is a good leader.
She is.
Yeah, I haven't seen Chandra talk live, but yeah, and that's so impressive that you would do that, Chandra. So she's got some confidence. So many people are lacking that confidence, and that's important to try to, and how do you build confidence? When I was spending a lot of time singing and performing,
right,
the only way I knew to build confidence was to prepare the music as best I knew how, and then try it, in front of my friends, which was terrifying. And then just you go and you try it in front of people who want to encourage you. Right. And then you just go and do it a lot. And then you feel the fear and do it anyway. And then you learn from it if you can, and you try to make it better next time. And that really does build your confidence. And then the next time it's not quite as scary. So the same way with talking, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Aw, Chandra, you're getting a lot of love over there.
Yeah, she does. She's awesome. So yeah, I see Mike Peters. Yeah, it's crazy the last few days with Bruce Willis.
Yes.
Yeah. I was thought sometimes if there's like a rare infection you have, or some kind of something, not a stroke or no brain injury, you develop aphasia. That's what I heard about that. But how can I improve my stuttering? Because at work I stutter a lot. My work people not happy. Do you run into that?
I haven't dealt too much. I haven't worked too much with people who stutter, but I mean, I don't. That's the other thing about what we do, which sometimes can get confusing at first with people, is because since we're not speech therapists, right. My goal is just to help you come on out with it. I know with your words. I know they're talking to Melody Dragansky, who is a speech therapist. She works with ARC. She has told me a lot that helping with the first, trying to get the first sound out, and then in some sort of steady rhythm. And I would think that could have good implications for stuttering, Chandra. So if you were to take one word and just try to say it in a steady rhythm with yourself, whatever the word would be. Improve. You wrote that word. Improve. And if you're stuttering, see if you can get in a steady beat and get your voice to get steady with it. Improve. And maybe hold it out like that a little bit. But that's not scientific. That's just based on experiences I've had.
Yeah, no, that's good to hear that. Hey, Robin, nice to see you. What's your take on
Angie?
Hey, Angie, nice to see you. What's your thought about because I've always thought when I have interviews of somebody has serious aphasia, and they can't get the word out, or they just can't find that word, don't answer that for them, right? And just let them try to figure it out. Is that the correct way to be doing that?
Yes, that's what I have learned. And when I was helping my my new person come in, we had a lot of conversations my new person who's got the anthropology and singing degrees, we had to, you're not used to doing that in conversation. So you need to learn that you need to wait. And oftentimes that waiting and just letting the person see from your facial expression that you're listening, that you have time, that you're willing to work with them, will help them get calm enough to keep looking for the word. And very often it works and words come out.
Great to hear that. That's exactly what I was thinking. But that's what I do. I just wait it out. Don't give them that look like, something. That's not going to help.
It's stressful enough. They do not need extra stress.
Right.
And then another thing, Melody Dragansky, speech therapist, had told me was, and you probably know this, probably everybody knows, but I had to learn that on top of the waiting, if it's still not coming out, you can offer the first sound.
Okay.
And often with that'll work. The first sound. Hey, Mark. I love Mark. Mark's also got a famous dog. Famous. He's famous in my head. Ty.
Mark's awesome.
So awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. I was just saying, there it is again. Facebook group, you guys.
Yeah. I hope you'll consider joining that Facebook group. It's it's brand new, and there are people posting their practices, just practicing getting your words out. And I just think that's valuable. I've been going live in there every Monday. And I just started this week with a sentence of the week, which I think Brooke likes. Brooke, I got to challenge you though, young lady, because she could really take that sentence and do some crazy things with it, which she should.
So funny. I saw that sentence of the week. And so.
Yeah. And what I did was, as I have learned, and I'm sure everybody here knows, that those small words in a sentence are so difficult to get in, like the, to, and, of. And a speech therapist I talked to a lot, I had a hunch about it, and the speech therapist I talked to said she has the same belief, is that those are so hard because there's no meaning. The doesn't have a meaning.
Right.
Of means nothing until it's attached to something that has meaning. And so I'm working to figure out, what we can do to help with that. But the sentence of the week, everybody wants more complete sentences.
Sure.
Be able to speak in complete sentences. Atta girl, Brooke. Yes. Challenge accepted. That's right. So I highlighted the and are, because those are the little words there to really, put them in a different color so that you can try to really get them in there.
Wow.
One thing I haven't said, I'm just running my mouth.
Keep going.
I added something. So we have a group class that meets every week, and it has an email that comes in between class that's got exercises and a song, has the lyrics that you can go back and practice with.
Right.
But one thing I added to our program is actually because of Angie McGill, who's here right now.
Yes.
When I first met Angie called me up on Facebook Messenger, and I thought, okay, I want her to come and try my class. She's going to come and try class. And she said to me, Angie, do you remember this? She said, yeah, okay. And you and me right now, you and me now. And what she wanted to do was she wanted to practice talking to me.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't even have a boxer at home to talk to. It's just, there's, no opportunity for talking too much.
Right.
So, and I thought, oh, okay, well, let's talk. And so, step skipped here. We have a new program that is coaching.
Okay.
And so, and only people with aphasia are doing it at the moment, but Angie's in it. And what happens is you are one-on-one with a coach for 20 minutes.
Nice.
And the whole purpose, you do it once a week. The whole purpose is that during that time, you are planning and practicing what you're going to share in class.
Ah.
Yeah. And it's got your speech goals at its heart. So like, hopefully Angie doesn't mind me saying, Angie wants to speak in more complete sentences, and
Right.
she wants her ideas to flow better. So all the details that we know from working with Angie go into how are we going to plan and prepare what she's going to say in class. Yeah, it's really cool. And in fact, the speech therapists that I talk to are excited about that, because not only is there like a specific thing that you guys have to practice,
Right.
but you're on the hook because you have to deliver it on a certain day at a certain time to people.
Wow.
And that's really working really, really well. And we even make a video so that they can see their words or their sentences. And we're actually saying their words or sentences so that they can follow along with us.
Oh, wow.
As a homework help. So that is really going well.
And how often do you meet?
So they have one coaching every week. A couple of days before class. So it's once a week.
Wow, that's terrific.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And honestly, that's because Angie helped me hatch that idea from, when I started in business, I had, I think I shared with you yesterday that it's been quite an adventure because, I was a teacher and a singer, but I'd never been in business before. But I had business people say, when people start trusting you and thinking that you can help them, they'll come to you with other problems they have.
Right.
And they want you to figure that one out too.
Wow.
Help me solve this one. And so that is very exciting when that happens.
You should be proud of yourself, what you've accomplished.
Yeah, I'm very, very happy to be doing it. And I feel very grateful to be doing it.
And how long have you been doing this?
Well, that's a good question. I'm usually pretty bad with the answer to that. I hatched the plan, the initial idea maybe six or 7 years ago.
Right. Oh, good.
Yeah, but my son, I have a son, and he was small. He was at home, and so I was taking care of him most of the time. So I didn't have a lot of time to dedicate. And then as I did more and more time.
Sure.
So it's probably, maybe 6 years. And then in its current form, I'd say the last, 2 or 3 years.
Wow.
I've been doing it. Yeah.
You
do rock, Angie. I agree with Brooke. Angie rocks.
Absolutely. This is terrific. Wow. So let's think, what else did we not cover on? Because we want to promote this and what you're doing.
Yeah. Well, I will say, and in fact, I know I told Jerry, in 21 minutes, I actually do have a class, 2 classes back to back.
Right.
And, but I just want everybody to know that you can come and try class free, no pressure or strings. Sometimes it's hard to understand what goes on in class or how it might benefit you without coming and trying it.
Right.
So,
absolutely.
And then also everybody can have a free private coaching too, to try and see what that's like. And then, so you can use one of these links that Jerry's putting down there, or you could just message me, go to the Beyond High C page and message, and I can give you the schedule and, tell you when class is. You can come and just
absolutely. And they can also go on your website, right? And just find all the information, because when I was on it, it was just it's wonderful. I mean, what you did to that website is just
Thank you so
beyond
much.
beyond high C. I mean,
It's beyond
yeah,
high.
it's beyond that.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully there's more detailed information there that's more helpful.
Yeah, look
There's
at
a whole other component there too, but I don't want to be confusing.
right.
Yeah. 3 components
Absolutely.
now. Of course. Of course.
Right.
Yeah.
Rafael, the rock star. There's a lot of rock stars here.
There are. Trying to think of what else we didn't cover. I don't know. I know you started by saying, that I'm on a mission. I just think one big thing I've learned recently is just how scary. It's so scary to try to use your words out in the world. And in order to have the highest possible quality of life, I think you need to be able to communicate as best you can. And the best way to do that is to build up confidence by trying to put what you've learned into practice. I think it's so important and valuable. So I hope everybody is doing that in some way.
Right. And it's funny. I don't want to, just a couple more minutes, but I've learned something with you about those like the or when they're not attached to anything. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So it really makes sense.
Yeah, because I couldn't figure out, a lot of people, fortunately, that I've worked with aphasia, they can hold on to nouns, house or dog or daughter, but to try to build that sentence around, my daughter came to the house. It's all those little words that just, they don't mean anything until you can anchor them. So there's got to be more we can do to help with that. So you want to think that through some more.
Absolutely, we need to get the word out.
Yeah.
Do you have one too?
I do not have one of those. Is that from Mark?
Yeah.
It's funny, I have a lot of pictures of that bracelet. Mark, I should probably get one of those. Also, a lot of my friends and people who are in class, they have, aphasia shirts. I really have to get some aphasia. I don't have aphasia t-shirts. I don't have a bracelet. I really need to work on that.
Wow. Need to get you a Let's Talk Stroke show. I mean, t-shirts. I have t-shirts too. So, but
all right.
Well, any last words of wisdom? Like, I know you have. Well, you told me a couple of minutes, but anything last? First of all, I appreciate everybody showing up, and I appreciate you being here and sharing your wisdom, like Paul saying, because it really is pretty awesome to have you on and share your insightfulness. So,
thank you so much for having me here, Jerry. I really appreciate that.
I appreciate it too. So it was a mutual beneficial here. So, but okay, there you go,
Mark. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm so glad you guys were all here. I hope, I hope you'll come check out the Facebook group. And if you have any comments, I would love to know, what your comment is based on something we've said today. So you can message me.
Wow.
I'm the only Kiersten canister on Facebook, I think.
That's great. Well, I hope you guys have a great day, and you too. I'll just keep on for 1 second, but thank you guys. Have a great day.
Yeah, have a great day, everybody. You're welcome, Ray. I hope to see you again. More practice from you.
Exactly.